Morning YouTube, back again, and today's Sunday. I'd rather not be doing this, but it's for my son, and I kind of promised him we're doing a subframe change on his little Fiat Punto. Now, this isn't going to be an auto because I ain't changed one of these, but I've given it a quick look, and it don't look too fucking hard, to be fair. So we're going to do like bits and bobs showing you where we're at, so it's not going to be like say auto. I will give you a little bit of advice before you start. You need some e-torques to undo these. Luckily I had a set, and luckily they're the right size, because I wasn't sure when I looked. I thought, oh, maybe I ain't got that size, but it's all gravy anyway, so that's all good. First things first, get her up in the air, get your wheels off. Oh yeah, get it on axle stands, get your wheels off, and then go around and lubricate everything liberally. With your own choice of lubrication. I've sprayed the fuck out of it with WD. It doesn't actually look too bad. The exhaust does have to be removed a bit so it can come down and come out somehow. Bottom arms have to be separated from the hubs, then undone from the subframe itself. Yeah, well, like I say, we'll bring you to it as we go along. I'll give you a quick look first. Alright, so you see the old yellow mark from the MOT man saying no bueno for the subframe, which is airy enough I suppose, but he put on it that it can't be welded either, which is a bastard, because I'd have welded it. But never mind, it is what it is. New subframe was £105. You can see where I've lubricated the fuck out of everything. I've missed one there. Where is it? There. But yeah. So first thing, we're going to check that the subframe we've got is 100% correct. Then we're going to get this exhaust unbolted here. Hopefully there's enough movement to get it out of the way and what have you. And yeah, there's a gearbox mount there. We might have to make something to go across the top of the engine bay to support it. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So yeah, I'll bring you lot back when I've made some progress. Right, so we got carried away. I totally forgot what we was doing. We've got both bottom arms out. Easy enough. The gearbox mount at the back, undone both bolts of that, the one to the subframe and the one to the gearbox. We've removed the exhaust, as you can see down there. First we checked that this subframe was correct and we weren't doing all this for nothing, and it is, thankfully. Broke a little bit of plastic off the inner wheel arch, but here's what it is. Split the rubbers, but I've got a pack of rubbers, so as long as them ball joints test all right, then we're going to reuse them. But basically we're just doing the power steering mount in a minute. John's going to do the anti-roll bar that bolts through here. He's going to get that off. And then we've got 4 bolts. These at the front and more at the back. Bob's your mum's brother, we should be at. Alright, there's the old subframe. And as you see, it was right to fail it, but I think he's wrong to say that it can't be welded. I think I could have repaired that with a decent bit of plate. But it's his discretion and he said no. So it's off. New one's under there ready. We have just held it up to the tower to check the score Georgie does, and these are extra on this one. Now I don't believe it's going to be an issue. All the other bottles and things seem to line up, so we should be sound. We'll find out the hard way otherwise. So I'm just going to have 5 minutes. John's gone to the shop, and then we're going to get that on. This is actually going a bit quicker than I thought. We might actually get it finished today. Well, subframe on and everything bolted up, bar bottom arms, because I'm going to get John to give him a paint before we put them back on. A bit of bitumen to make them tidy. We got to put new rubbers on them ball joints, because the ball joints are absolutely spot on. Let me find this one. See, there's no play in that. It's not seized. That's perfect. So new rubbers for them. Coat of bitumen paint, lovely jubbly. But for now, throw in some pills. Okay, so that's the old subframe back up, and to be perfectly honest, it was a piece of piss. The hardest problem we had was lining back up the bolts for the anti-roll bar and the power steering fucking rack, but that wasn't even difficult. So yeah, nice and simple. Exhaust everything's back on. We're not putting the bottom arms back on yet because he's giving them a clean up. Let's go have a look. Oh, see what he's doing. Yeah, he's giving them a clean up. As you see, they're all good. The ball joints are in good condition. The bushes are as well. I'm just going to paint them nice with some black bitumen paint, so it's nice and tidy like the rest of it. So it's all good when it goes for MOT. So yeah, pretty quick one today. It's only actually taken us basically the morning to do this. It's not even that difficult, if I'm totally honest with you. You could probably manage it yourself if you want to give it a go. Just make sure you get it up on some axle stands. Make sure you don't put your axle stands on the subframe before you start. But like I say, pretty simple. Even with John helping me when he was at hindrance most of the time, it didn't even take long. But let's say simple enough. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, all that bollocks. If not, who gives a shit? And I'll catch you next time. Cheers.